First Nations TV supports working together towards closing the gap in health, education, economic development outcomes and opportunities for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people.
Today truly is an historic occasion.
Australia has taken measures to close the gap between Indigenous and non-Indigenous people in a 10-year strategy signed by federal and state governments. The aim is to improve life outcomes for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people after efforts over the past decade did little to budge their shorter life expectancy and worse health prospects.
We didn't look at the gap through the eyes of Indigenous Australians. We told Indigenous Australians what the gap was that we were going to close, and somehow thought they should be thankful for that. That was wrong-headed. That wasn't the way to do it.
Aboriginal Australians make up 3% of the population, according to government statistics. That's about 700,000 people in a population of 25 million, dating back 50,000 years before the British arrived. The minority tracks near the bottom in almost every economic and social indicator. Their life expectancy is 8 years shorter than for non-Indigenous people, at 72 years for men and 76 years for women.
I think it's going to have a very meaningful impact on how we progress to ensure that young Indigenous boys and girls can grow up in this country with the same expectations as non-Indigenous boys and girls in this country. That's what we want to see. That's what it's all about.
The government's revamp comes after a review of a decade under a previous strategy showed that only 2 of 7 targets had been met. The new targets were designed following consultation with its first people.
Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people know what is best for our communities, not governments. And this national agreement means that decisions of government on closing the gap need to be negotiated and agreed with us.
It's not an easy road, and there's still a long road ahead of us to achieve that. But what we're announcing today, I think, will make a very meaningful impact on achieving that journey together.